हेलो गाइस, वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल। तो आज मैं आया हूँ न्यू सब्जेक्ट और न्यू चैप्टर के साथ। तो न्यू सब्जेक्ट का नाम है इकोनॉमिक्स, जो हमारी नाइन्थ क्लास में नया चैप्टर आया है। तो अभी चैप्टर का नाम है बिल्डिंग ब्लॉक्स इन इकोनॉमिक्स। तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं और पढ़ते हैं और समझते हैं। सेक्रेसिटी, चॉइस एंड अपॉर्चुनिटीज, कॉस्ट। फर्स्ट टॉपिक। Imagine your imagine you wake up on a normal day, school day. You want to do many things: play cricket with friends, watch your favorite YouTube education channel, study for tomorrow's test, help your mom in the kitchen, sleep extra time, buy a new game on your phone, and so on. But the day has only 24 hours. All these wants are unlimited. Humans always want more and better things. But resources like time, money, energy, land, water, electricity, petrol are limited. This gap between unlimited wants and limited resources is called scarcity. The meaning of scarcity is limited resources. Scarcity is one of the most important ideas in economics. Without scarcity, there could be no need for economics. Everyone could get everything they want instantly. But because of scarcity, we face problems every day. Let us take examples from our life. Topic: water water scarcity in many parts of Haryana. In summer, many areas get very little warm water from tube wells or canals. A family must choose use water for bathing, washing clothes, cooking, or watering plants. In the small garden, they cannot do all fully. Next point: time scarcity for students. You have board exams coming. You want to watch IPL matches, chat with friends on phone, but you also need to study math, science, English. Time is scarce, so choices must be made. Next point: made scarcity for middle class families in Delhi. Rent a high school, fees are rising, petrol price go up. A family with 50,000 monthly income must dedicate a buy a new fridge, go on vacation to Manali, save for your save for your college or pay extra for coaching classes. Because of scarcity, every person, family, shop, factory, and government has to make choices. Choices mean selecting one option and leaving other. This is the diagram of choosing or example. Government of India has a limited budget. It must choose spend more on building new highways or on free vacations, vaccine- vacations during pandemic, or on giving subsidies for LPG cylinders to poor families. When you make a choice, you lose something. The value of the best thing you gave up is called opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is not always money. It can be time, enjoyment, health, marks, etc. Daily life examples. Point: if you choose to sleep till 8 a.m. instead of waking at 6 a.m. to study, opportunity cost better preparation for test, higher marks. Here is another diagram. If a farmer in Haryana chooses to grow paddy, paddy rice on his two terraces instead of wheat, opportunity cost: the wheat he could have should for more money depending on market price. If government spends 1,000 crore on new airports, opportunity cost, schools or hospitals that could be built. In economics, opportunity cost help us think. Smart it makes us ask. In this choice, worth want, I am giving up. Now, let us learn about production possibility foreigner PPF, a simple picture to show scarcity and opportunity cost. Imagine a small country or your village has limited land, worker, machineries. It can produce only two things, mobile phones or bicycles. If it makes only mobiles, 1,000, zero bicycles. If only bicycle, zero mobile, 200 bicycle. It can also make some of both. The PPF is covered line showing maximum possibles. Combinations bicycles 200 to 100. This is the diagram. Example: our government wants more different defense equipment, missiles, and more consumers goods like TV, fridge to make more missiles. It must it must shift engineer steal money from TV factories. Opportunity cost rises. Another example from India. During COVID, many factories shifted to making masks, PPE, instead of normal clothes. Opportunity cost favor choice favor regular cloth in market. Scarcity teach us nothing is free. Every choice has a cost. The point. Oh, sorry. What do economists do? Economists are people who study how we use limited resources to sacrifice unlimited wants. They are like doctor for money, jobs, prices, and grow problems. What exactly do they do every day? Collect information. They look at numbers. How much rice? How much rice India produces? Unemployment rate in Haryana, price to tomatoes in Gurugram market. How much petrol we import? Make simple models like drawing PPF or circular flow to explain big ideas. Simply explain what is happening. Positive economics. Why did onion prices go to 100 kg last month? Answer: low rain, less production, scarcity, high prices. Suggest what should happen. Normative economics. Government should government should give 2,000 monthly to poor families. This is opinion based. Help solve real problems. Economists work in NITI, Ayog, RBI, World Bank, or teach in schools, colleges. Let us explore. Find out the functions of the Niti Ayog. Let, let me drink water. Economics. Study three main things. First, production. How good services are made. Example: how Tata make cars in Pune factory. Land for plants, workers, machines, steel. Second, during the period in which elections are being held, the election commission can order the government to abide by some guidelines to prevent misuse of governmental power. Third, let it sets limits on champion expenditure per candidate to all the political parties. Presently, it has put an expenditure limit on candidates 50 to 70 lakhs for each Lok Sabha candidate and 20 28 lakh for an assembly candidate. Advisor power. Fourth, the Election Commission advises the President and the Governor to on matters related on election disqualification of candidates, electoral disputes, etc. Let us explore. Create a checklist of duties performed by a returning officer. Topic: Laws governing election in India. The most important foundation of election law in India is Constitution of India itself, Part XV, means 25th of the Constitution lays down the basic principles for election. Article 324 is the core provision that vests the power of superintendence, direction, and control of elections in an independent constitutional authorities known as the Election Commission of India ECI. The means that the ECI has the highest authorities to ensure that elections to parliament, state legislature, the officers of president and vice president are conducted in a free and fair manner under the constitution. Article 325 and article 326 further support the electoral processes as article 325 guarantees a general electro- electoral rule for every constitutionally without discrimination on religion, race, caste, sex, or any of these. And Article 326 establishes the system of adult suffrage, meaning every citizen who is 18 year old or older has the right to vote, subject only to qualifications or disqualifications imposed by law. Article 327 to 329 empower Parliament and state legislature to make laws on election and also protects these laws from being questioned in court. Expert thought pre- prescribed legal process. These constitutional provisions create the broad legal framework upon the specific election laws are built. Article 2 324 to 329 related to election diagram. Topic: the Representation of the People Act 1950. To translate the constitutional framework into practical rules for election, Parliament enacted the Representation of the People Act 1950. This act deals with the pre-election stage and provides the legal foundation for the electoral process in India. Its major functions include the preparation, revision, and maintenance of electoral rolls, which means listing all eligible voters correctly for each constituency. It also provides for the allocation of seat in the houses of the People Lok Sabha and state legislative assemblies, and for the delimitation of constitutionary, which is the process of determining the geographic boundaries of each constitutionary so that representation is based on population. The act also lays down qualifications for including in the electoral rolls and the conditions under which a person may be disqualified from voting, such as being of unsound mind or not an Indian citizen. In effect, this act operas- operationalized key constitutional ideas such as adult suffrage and equalities of voters before the law. Next, next topic. Representation of People Act 1951. Closely linked with the 1950 Act of Representation of the People Act 1951 provides for the conduct of elections themselves and remain one of the most important election laws in India. While, while the 1950 Act deals mostly with voter re- registration and constitutionally, the 1951 Act deals with the actual process of elections, how nominations are made, how elections are notified and conducted, how votes are conducted, and how results are declared. This law also lays down detailed provisions regarding qualifications and disqualifications of candidates, registration and recognition of political parties and corrupt parties, and electoral offences that could invalidate an election. Specifically, specifical provisions govern election petition and how dispute related to elections should be deleted with including transferring judici- judication to High Court for hearing election disputes through its detailed selection. The Act ensures that elections are fair, transparent, and illegal regulated at each stage for nomination to declaration of result. Think about it. Why should election disputes be handled by court? Next topic. The Delimitation Commission. In India, the Delimitation Commission is an independent body set up by the President to redraw the boundaries of parliamentary and state assembly constitutionally based on changes in population as recorded in the law in the last census. The constitutional basis for delimitation lies in Article 82 and 170, which empower Parliament to enact a delimitation act after every session. Accordingly, Parliament has passed the Delimitation Commission Act 1952, the Delimitation Commission Act 1962, the Delimitation Act 1972, and the Delimitation Act 2002. After each act, a Delimitation Commission was constituted to adjust constitutionally boundaries to ensure roughly equal population representation and proper allo- allocation of seats, including reserved seats for scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. However, due to constitutional amendments, particularly the 42nd Amendment 1976 and later the 84th Amendment 2001. The total number of seats in the Lok Sabha and state assemblies has been frozen until 2026. Although boundaries were readjusted under the 2002 Act based on the 2001 ensures the orders of the delimitation commission have the forces of law and cannot be challenged in any court, ensuring stability and fairness in the electoral system. Next point. Ne- Next topic. The Model Code of Conduct (MCC). The Model Code of Conduct (MCC) is a set of guidelines issued by the Election Commission of India to regulate the behavior of political parties, the candidates during election in India. It comes into force from the date the election should is announced and remain in effect until the completion of the election process. Although the MCC is not a law passed by Parliament, it is strictly enforced by the Election Commission under the authority given to it by Article 324 of the Constitution. The main objective of the MCC is to ensure free, fair, and peaceful elections. Below is a detailed listing of the main provisions of the MCC. First, under the MCC, political parties and candidates must maintain high standard of behavior during election campaigns. They must avoid personal acts on opponent and should not make speeches that create hatred, hate, hatred or tension. Second, for organizing public meeting, parties must inform local authorities in advance and obtain necessary permission. The location and time of meeting should not distribute public peace or block traffic unnecessarily. Third, when political parties organize rallies to procession, they must inform the local police in advantage regarding the route and timing. The route should be planned in such a way that it does not cause inconvenience to general public. On fourth, on polling day, only authorized persons with valid passes are allowed inside polling booths. Paris Parties can set up help desk near polling stations, but they must be simple and should not display party symbols or camping material. Voters must not be influenced inside of near the polling station. Fifth, candidates and their agents must cooperate with polling officials. They must not interfere with the voting process or attempt to influence voters in any way. Sixth, the party in power must not use official government machinery, vehicles, building, or staff for camping purpose. Seventh, the MCC reinforces provisions against cor- corrupt parties such as Barry's distribution of money, gifts, or any material benefit to voters. Thank you for watching, guys. दिस वीडियो वो सॉरी ये वीडियो यहीं तक है। ये हैगा इस वीडियो का फर्स्ट पार्ट। अगर आपको सेकंड पार्ट देखना है तो वॉच करें हमारी दूसरी वीडियो, जिसकी लिंक आपको मिल जाएगी। और मिलते हैं अगली वीडियो में। थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग।